One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs.
Keyshawn Nixon now going to bring it out of his end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On play action. Love to throw. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson, 69 yards. And the Packers are on the board first here in this division round matchup. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. First carry of the game for Brian Robinson.
And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
60 backward, 19 tight, 19 tight. Go!
To the air goes Daniels.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Kenny Clark coming right up the gut, gets in there for a loss of 9.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
And let's see, the Packers defensively 6 DBs, so a dime look on third.
Could play coverage or bring pressure.
Daniels looking to throw. Oh, his first throw of this playoff matchup is intercepted.
A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown.
Jordan Love
scoring on the sneak from a yard out.
And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
They'll try to run it with Jacobs. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. And as he approaches to kick it off, he might be thinking this could be a 14-0 lead with a couple of PATs as he sends this one away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try to get back in this game?
16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up second down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
From just shy of midfield, here's a second down and 6. Robinson up the middle.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Now Daniels. Out route looking for McLaurin. He's got him.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Go! 19, Tiger, 9.
Here's Daniels. He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okurebunan. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 28.
Panther 11. 60 Bison, 60.
Throwing now is Daniels. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's the rookie from Alabama.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 9-yard line. Come 19. Take go.
Working out of the gun, Daniels.
And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
Come on. Set. Go, Reed. Go. Cowboy 80. Go.
Robinson will try to pick it up. And Robinson will not get there. Great defense at the point of attack. Going to stop him short of the first.
That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there.
So on 4th down, Austin Seibert on to try the Washington field goal.
Seibert able to knock this one through. And that lead is back down to 9 now.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Love now. It finds his receiver, Watson.
So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard.
12-3 your score after 1 on EA Sports. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Trying to run for it with Jacobs.
And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing. Love.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
It's a big play there for Green Bay.
Yards.
That's how you put field position. What a play right there. That nearly went the distance. Credit this defense for not giving up. They get him down just short of the goal line, but the damage is done. It's going to be 1st and goal from an ideal position.
Dillon will take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Matt LaFleur, he tells the offense, stay out there, go for 2. Love throwing for it.
And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a first down as well.
79 Bronco. Dragon 60.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
To throw is Daniels.
This will be caught by Brown. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Panther 60. Panther 60.
Back to throw again.
That's out wide here for Robinson.
And he'll be brought down, looks like right at the 40. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. to the 36-yard line. Stop there.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6.
They'll run again here with Robinson. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Looking to throw. Daniels. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Wolf on now for the extra point.
And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead.
Commanders 3.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
2nd and 3.
Packer pressure, and down he goes.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
Now 3rd and 8.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend.
We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend.
3rd and 8.
Back to throw. Daniels. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Offenses all over continue to be aggressive, and most people never turn down a shot at a deep ball. But oftentimes, it attracts a little bit of extra attention, and it did on that play, and that one got knocked away.
It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give them 5 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun. Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late, and that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
A punt of 46, a return of 5.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Buffalo 18. Here we go. Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels.
Flush to his right. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
Now 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Set. 19 Lions.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
19. Set. Mustang 19. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Operating from the gun, Daniels. That is caught. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Dragon 60. 18 Pioneer.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout,
As the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Chap 60. Chap 60. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger. Set go.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
In motion goes the tight end. They'll look to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. A final shot before break. Daniels. His pass caught at the 4. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line.
out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33. A third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Looking to throw. Daniels. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
It's third down and 6.
Come 19! Come 19! Mustang 19!
Daniels from the gun on third down. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
And shedding through the tackle. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Third down and 1. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. 2nd and 10 here as we sit in the third quarter of this divisional round matchup. Now a toss to the left for Jacobs. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 45 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half, you've got the lead, you're looking at moving on to the conference championship, and he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. It's 28. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18.
Malik Harrison on the tackle.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? Nice move at the 5. He gets this down to the 3. Brought the power run out of the bag, but couldn't do a ton with it. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
Jacobs.
And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Well, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
There have not been a lot of great moments for this defense throughout this game. Finally, they have one they can hang their hat on. A nice stop there.
No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he will be brought down well shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone.
And Washington is able to come up with a goal line stand.
They begin the drive with Robinson. Good strength, gets him a little extra and gets them some breathing room as he's tackled shy of the 10.
2 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 8 at the 9-yard line.
60 Mavericks.
Here's 2nd and 8. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
And the Commanders' 1st down.
Robinson up the middle.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
57 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Washington Commanders' 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here we go. Sack. Smash. Smash. 79 Broncos. Hut, hut.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Flushed out right. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Daniels.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 37. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move.
To the air goes Daniels.
He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. Still shedding tackles. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin, 37 yards.
And the Commanders are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for two.
Washington will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Daniel's going to try and throw for it.
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
And now first downs are key. They want to keep that clock moving, up by 2 scores as they try to cement their place in the conference championship round in 1 week's time.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
25 yards that time. Now it looks like he'll throw here.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone. But the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
Connects with Watson on the comebacker.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, no field goal attempts for him until the final quarter, but no hesitation on his end. He comes right out and nails his first field goal try.
I give him a lot of credit, too, because he stood there the entire ball game, but has managed to stay with it both mentally and physically. When they called on him, he was ready, and he knocked it through the posts.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being